Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be showing you all of the Windows 11 key shortcuts that you can use. There are some cool new ones which you can use, so I'm going to start off by showing you those. So I'll start off with the widgets panel. So instead of having to go down here, you can press the Windows key and W to toggle it. You can also press the Windows key and A to open your Action Center, Windows key and N to open your notifications panel, and you can press Windows key and C to open your Teams chat down here. You also have the ability to go into your virtual desktop switcher. Instead of going down here to click, what you can do is you can hit the Windows key and tab, and that does the same thing. You can also use the arrow keys with the Control key and the Windows key to switch, and this works whilst outside of the Windows virtual desktop switcher as well. So there you go. Okay, my favorite one of all is, say for example you have a bunch of apps open and you want to move the layout easily. Instead of having to hover over here to get to snap layouts, you can just hit the Windows key and Z or Z if you're in America. So that enables you to go into snap layouts quickly. And not all apps let you have snap layouts. For example, Spotify you can't, so you have to hit the Windows key and Z key to enable it. Another thing I want to point out is that you can do 3 Windows key split by doing that. You can also move windows using the arrow keys and the Windows key. And you can maximize, you can minimize, and you can bring it over to other screens. And if you want to just move it straight away to another screen, you can hold shift and use the arrow keys like that. Okay, say for example I want to have another instance of an app, I can go ahead and shift left click on the taskbar icon, and then I can open another instance. Say if I'm in this PowerShell or command prompt and I want an admin instance, I can control shift and left click, and then the UAC, user access control, will pop up, and then I can basically open it with admin. So if I want to show, say, just this window, I can hit the Windows key and home. It will minimize everything behind it, and I want to bring everything back up, Windows key and home. This is really useful. If I want to minimize everything just temporarily whilst looking at the desktop just for a few seconds, I can hit the Windows key and the comma button, and it will show me my desktop. When I release everything, it will then show everything back again. If I want to minimize everything, actually minimizing, I can hit the Windows key and D. It will minimize everything, and if I want to bring it back up, Windows key and D again, it will come back up. Then if I want to just minimize everything and not be able to bring it back, I can hit the Windows key and M, and now I can't bring it back unless I click everything here. Or if I have snap groups, the nice thing is you can just open your group back up. If you want to quickly open the settings menu, Windows key and I. If you want to quickly zoom in on Windows, Windows key and the plus key. And then you have this magnifier thing. You can actually change this and zoom in even more with the plus and minuses. The settings for this as well are customizable. So if I go in here, magnifier. If I want to access any other accessibility settings without having to search for a magnifier, a quick way I can do that is to hit the Windows key and the U key, and that will access accessibility, and that shows a whole bunch of different options. So for example, you have magnifier, you can change this to be a full screen zoom in, so you have this normal sort of zoom in, and you can zoom in, zoom out. Windows key and escape to exit from it as well. And then you also have a docked view, for example at the top, and then it zooms in like this. So Windows key escape, exit that. But then you also have different visual effects as well. You can change your color filters, contrast themes if you're demoing to people. Another shortcut which uses escape is Control Shift Escape, which is kind of hard if you're trying to do it one-handed. So another way to open Task Manager, so that opens Task Manager, is to hit the Windows key and the X button. This opens your quick links within Windows. It's the same thing as right-clicking the Start menu, but then you can hit the T button, and that opens your Task Manager as well, which is easier one-handed. Other quick links you can do, and one of the things I like to do is to do the U and then S button, and that quickly sleeps the device. And you can see the underlined ones are the keys you have to hit. So there's a couple of shortcuts for using the Windows key for displays. So if you want to connect to a wireless display, you can use Windows key and K, and then Windows key and P if you want to change how you're projecting. So whether this be a wireless display or connected via the wire, you can choose how you want to project. So you can duplicate, extend, second screen only, and that will change things quickly. This is really handy in presentations when you're demoing to people. Say for example your Bluetooth mouse has disconnected, or for whatever reason you can't use your mouse and you want to be able to switch between applications, or you want to launch applications. You can of course use the Windows key and tab button to show your different windows, or and tab to switch between windows. But you can also hit the Windows key and the number. If I want to launch this, because this is the first, I will press the Windows key and 1. So this will launch it. And then if I want to switch to the Windows terminals down here, I can press the Windows key and 2. And then I can choose whichever one, and then we'll switch to it. Windows key 3, and it goes all the way up to 0. So that allows you to switch between 10 different applications, which unfortunately isn't enough, right? Another way, if you have more than 10 applications and you don't want to sort of guess during a presentation, oh, which number should I click, and then you click the wrong number and you have to count, you can just hit the Windows key and T, and it lets you switch between these with your arrow keys, and then you can hit the enter key and it opens. And also, if you want to be able to access your notifications down here, for whatever reason, you can hit the Windows key and B, and then it lets you highlight down here, which is really awesome. I can start launching things. Okay, so another thing, if you want to open Windows Explorer really quickly, you can hit the Windows key and E, and that opens Windows Explorer. If you want to quickly create a new folder, Control Shift and N. If you want to search in here, Control and E, and then you can start searching, hello, and then it will search. If you want to quickly search within Windows itself, instead of hitting the start menu and typing, which you can do, you can just do Windows key and S. If I want to use my voice for typing, I can use Windows key and H. Welcome to this demonstration of typing using my voice. If I want to quickly run an application, so if you check over here, hit the Windows key and R button, then you have a run dialog. CMD, for example, opens DXDiag. For screenshotting, if you want to just screenshot everything quickly, you can hit the Windows key and print screen button, and it will screenshot everything and copy it to your clipboard. I'm doing everything with Twitter now, but as you can see, it's screenshotted both of my screens. But if you want to be able to have more fine-grained control over screenshots, you can do the Windows key Shift and S, and it will launch snipping tool. Say, for example, you found a problem when doing anything here, or just in general you have a bug that you want to report, you can hit the Windows key and F, and it will open Feedback Hub, which allows you to submit feedback. And also you can give suggestions. Your feedback items over here, you can comment on other people's. There are a few other shortcuts. So of course there's the start menu with the Windows key and L if you want to lock your computer instead of going down here and clicking lock. You can also use the Xbox or Windows game bar, which lets you record your screen, but it won't actually show up in my recording, unfortunately. But if you hit Windows key and G, you can record your screen and things. Let me know what else you want to see with Windows 11, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.